Welcome back to our channel. Today, we have an intriguing topic to dive into: soft power and cultural diplomacy. Analyzing the influence of pop culture on global perceptions of nations. In this video, we'll explore why this research is so important and how to structure the key chapters of your research. So, if you're a student, scholar, or just curious about the world's soft power dynamics, keep watching. Importance of research topic. This research topic is crucial because it delves into the profound impact of culture on a nation's international standing, offering insights into how countries can effectively wield soft power. Understanding how cultural exports shape global perceptions can guide governments and institutions in enhancing diplomatic relations, promoting economic interests, and fostering positive global engagement. Real-world examples. The first example would: South Korea's cultural exports like K-pop and Korean dramas have not only captivated global audiences but also enhanced the country's soft power. The Hallyu wave has led to increased tourism, language learning, and improved diplomatic relations with nations where Korean culture is popular. The second example would be, France's promotion of the French language and culture through the Francophonie initiative has enabled it to maintain and expand its global influence. This approach has strengthened diplomatic ties, facilitated economic partnerships, and solidified France's presence on the international stage. Chapter 1 Introduction. Chapter 1, the introduction, typically includes a concise overview of the research problem, its significance, and the context within which it arises. It also introduces the research questions, objectives, rationale, and sets the stage for the entire research study. Research problem. To start, let's discuss the research problem. Imagine a country facing declining global influence, and the government wants to understand why. One possible research problem could be: what is the impact of a nation's cultural exports on its global influence? Research significance. The significance of this research is profound. Understanding how culture shapes international perceptions can help nations enhance their soft power, fostering better diplomatic relations and economic opportunities. Research questions. Next, you'll need to define your research questions. Here are 3 sample questions. How do different forms of cultural exports affect a nation's soft power? To what extent do global audiences engage with foreign cultural products? Are there regional variations in the impact of cultural exports on a nation's image? Research objectives. Your research objectives should align with your questions. Here are 3 examples. Analyze the relationship between music, movies, and literature exports and a nation's soft power. Evaluate the level of international engagement with foreign cultural products. Compare the effects of cultural exports across different global regions. Research rationale. Your research rationale is like the why behind your study. For instance, understanding the dynamics of cultural diplomacy is crucial as it can help nations navigate the complex world of international relations. Chapter 2 Literature Review. Chapter 2, the Literature Review, comprises an in-depth examination of existing research and scholarship related to the research topic. It provides a comprehensive analysis of relevant theories, models, and previous studies, identifies gaps in the literature, and justifies the need for the current research. Now, let's talk about the literature review. Here are some suitable subtopics for your research. Soft power theory. Discuss Joseph Nye's theory on soft power and how cultural exports fit into this concept. Cultural diplomacy models. Explore different models like the 3-pillar model and Eisenhower's people-to-people approach. Case studies. Analyze real-world examples like South Korea's Hallyu wave and China's panda diplomacy. Theories and models. You can adopt theories like Nye's soft power theory, which emphasizes the importance of culture in international relations. Another model to consider is the cultural relations model, which assesses the impact of cultural exchanges. Literature gap. To identify a literature gap, analyze existing research and find areas that haven't been sufficiently explored. For example, there might be limited research on the cultural diplomacy of emerging economies like India. Chapter 3, Methodology. Chapter 3, the Methodology chapter, outlines the research approach, data collection methods, and tools used in the study. It also discusses the research philosophy, strategy, choice, ethical considerations, and any limitations or delimitations that may impact the research process and outcomes. Let's cover some key areas. Conceptual framework. Consider three independent variables like cultural exports, media reach, and audience engagement influencing the dependent variable, soft power. Research philosophy. Pragmatism is suitable for this research since it combines both quantitative and qualitative approaches. Research approach. Adopt a deductive approach, starting with established theories and testing them with data. Research strategy. A mixed methods approach, combining surveys and content analysis, is effective. Data analysis method. Given the complexity, a mixed method approach combining quantitative surveys and qualitative content analysis is ideal. Ethical consideration. Ensure informed consent and data privacy. For example, when analyzing social media data, respect users' privacy. Limitations and delimitations. Be transparent about your research's limitations, like sample size constraints or language barriers. Chapter 4 Data Analysis. Chapter 4, the Data Analysis chapter, presents the findings of the study based on the methodology outlined in Chapter 3. It includes the quantitative or qualitative analysis of the collected data, interpretation of results, and any relevant tables, figures, or graphs, allowing readers to draw conclusions from the research. In this chapter, how you analyze your data depends on your methodology. Quantitative analysis, for instance, if you're conducting surveys, ensure a diverse and representative sample size of at least 500 respondents to draw meaningful conclusions. Qualitative analysis, if you're using content analysis, consider selecting a random sample of 100 cultural products for in-depth examination. Chapter 5 Conclusion and Recommendations. Your conclusion should summarize your findings and their implications for global diplomacy. Recommendations suggest practical steps nations can take to enhance their soft power. For example, nations should invest in digital platforms to broaden the reach of their cultural products. Suggestion for future research. Finally, consider future research. You might explore how emerging technologies like virtual reality impact cultural diplomacy or investigate the role of social media influencers in shaping global perceptions. That's a wrap for today's video on soft power and cultural diplomacy. Remember, understanding the influence of pop culture on nations' global perceptions is not just intriguing but also essential in our interconnected world. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth research topics. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.